Hello, guys. Good afternoon.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, hello.
Hello, teacher.
Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. Let's give the rest of the students just a couple of minutes, 1 or 2 minutes, and then we will check the attendance for today's class. Okay, we have very few students today. I see only 14 here in class, so let's give them just 1 more minute, and then we will check the attendance, okay? While we wait, let me remind you of the work in Moodle, guys. Remember, because the cycles are very short, you need to continue working on this often, right? Do not forget about it, and then in the last day you have to do everything. Just please try to work on it regularly so you can practice, and also you are not behind on all the activities, right? You can see the group is A2.3, group 1. So you have available module 8, module 9, and module 10. Now we finished module 8 and module 9. So remember to continue working on that. If you have any questions about Moodle, how to access, please let me know if you have any problems with Moodle, okay? All right, guys, let's start by checking the attendance, and then we will begin our class. Okay, let's check. Gerson Arismendi. Gerson, not here. Keiner Baez.
I'm here, teacher.
Okay, thank you, Keiner. Jean-Claude Barrera.
Present, teacher.
Okay. Jessica Calderón.
Present, teacher.
Okay, good. Natalia Camargo.
Present, teacher.
Okay. William Castrillón.
Hi, teacher, present.
Hello, thank you. Marian Chaim. Marian. Andrés Correa.
Hi, teacher, present.
Hello. Andrés Corredor. Andrés Felipe Corredor. Andrés, te veo en la sala, pero no respondes a llamada. Silvia Natalia Cuellar.
Present, teacher.
Ok, perfect. Johan Duque. Johan Duque.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Johan, no se te escucha muy bien, creo que es su señal de internet. Elkin Fernández.
I'm here.
Ok, thank you. Julián Figueroa.
Present, teacher.
Ok, thank you. Binet Fontecha.
Teacher, qué pena. Soy Johan. ¿Sí me escuchó?
Ahora sí.
Ah,
No, antes no se te escuchaba.
ok.
Binet Fontecha. Carlos Galán.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Mabel Gamboa.
Present, teacher.
Ok, thank you. Cindy García.
Present, teacher.
Ok. José Alejandro Gómez.
Here, teacher.
Ok. Juliet Gómez.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Edgar Peña. Lisette Tarazona.
Present, teacher.
Ok. Brian Vargas. Brian Vargas. Brian not here. Ok, ¿alguien llegó después de llamada de asistencia?
Hi, teacher, yo.
Ok, Marian. Ok, Marian. Ujú. Ok, very good. Falta Gerson, Ginette, eh, Edgar Julián y Brian. Yes. Okay, guys, very good. So we are going to start our lesson for today. Allow me a moment. Okay, let's check the agenda for today's class. So we have a warm-up activities, a hangman game. We are going to start today Unit 10. So we are going to check the first part of the vocabulary, accidents and injuries. We're going to practice speaking with the topic of accident or injury. You're going to talk about this. Then we will continue with the grammar, which is past continuous, some explanation, practice, and at the end, if we have time, we will do another speaking activity. Okay? So for the first activity, we are going to review the vocabulary from previous units, so Unit 9, with a hangman game. Okay? So I'm going to send you the link. You can play individually. So there are several words. So I'm going to give you 5 minutes, and when the 5 minutes are up, you can share on the chat how many words did you get. Okay, so each one is going to play individually. So for example, here, right? So you can complete all the words. Okay. You can start playing. This is to review the previous vocabulary. 5 minutes, and then we will share on the chat how many words did you get in the game. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Oh, I only got 3 words. Can you tell me, guys, how many did you get? The 5 minutes are up. Tell me how many words did you get correctly in the hangman game? Okay, yes, it says 8. Very good. Okay, no more? No more students? Okay, nursery 7, Carlos 4, 4. All right, so we have 5 minutes are up, finished. So we're going to start with our new activity for today. You can continue practicing with this game for the vocabulary of Unit 9. Okay, so let me open the book. We will begin on Unit 10. So this is our last unit for Cycle 3, A2.3. So let's check Unit 10. All right. Can you see the book, what I am sharing on the screen?
Yes, teacher.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes, teacher.
very good. All right, so in this unit, well, the name of the unit is Take Care, and the topics that we're going to cover are the past continuous and the used to. Vocabulary is for accidents and injuries, and also for feeling ill, so sickness. The task is to choose the funniest story. Finally, language live is talking about health or time words in a narrative. So in the first part, this is page 88, we are going to check the vocabulary for accidents and injuries, right? So we have here some pictures, right? And well, before we start reading, we are going to check what is first aid, right? So we are going to read and then we are going to answer the questions. When do you give first aid? Who can give first aid? What is the first thing you do when giving first aid? And what is the second thing that you have to do? All right? So we're going to check about this, what is first aid, and answer the questions, 4 questions that we have at the beginning. So let's start reading. Let's start with Lisette. Lisette, you can read the first paragraph.
Okay. What is first aid? First aid is the help you give someone when they are ill or injured before doctors arrive. People who give first aid are ordinary people who are near the person in need. Sometimes they are trained to give first aid, but even if they are not trained, someone who gives first aid could save your life.
Could save your life. Good. Jose, can you read the second paragraph, please?
Okay, there are two basic rules of first aid. Firstly, you need to get the... espera, se me trabó.
The person.
You need to get the person out of danger. This could mean trying to stop bleeding or moving the person away from the middle of a busy road. Secondly, you need to get help quickly. In Britain, you need to phone 999 or 112 to get an ambulance.
To get an ambulance. Very good. So we have the definition for first aid. I'm going to give you some minutes to read again individually and answer the 4 questions that we have at the beginning. Okay, if you have questions about vocabulary, please let me know. You can write them on the chat or Tell me so we can check the meaning for new words. In this case, even if, incluso. Incluso sí. Ujú. Okay, Carlos, give me a moment. I'm going to send you this information. All right, let's answer the questions. So let's start with Elkin. The first question: when do you give first aid?
When you, okay, teacher, do you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. When you are injured, or
When someone is ill or injured, ¿ok? Cuando damos primeros auxilios, cuando alguien se encuentra enfermo o lastimado, ¿no?
okay, when someone, yes, yes.
Someone, mhm, when they are ill or injured before the
Someone
doctors arrive.
es
Yes.
enfermo,
Ill, enfermo, yes.
it's like
Similar
sick.
to sick. Yes, it's a synonym for sick, ill, or injured. Entonces, lastimado. Okay? Let's answer the second question. Juliet, who can give first aid?
Anyone.
Anyone, yeah. Any person who is near to the person in need, right? A quien lo necesite. Mavely, number 3. What is the first rule or the first thing you do when giving first aid?
Teacher?
Yes?
The first thing is get the person out of danger.
Get the person out of danger. And Johan, what is the second thing that you have to do when giving first aid? The second thing.
Second, you need to get help quickly.
Yes, you need to get help quickly. What's the meaning of quickly? Do you know?
Rápidamente.
Yes,
Rápidamente.
rápidamente, yes. This means calling 999 or 112 for an ambulance in written, right? Do you guys know what number should we call if we need an ambulance here in Colombia?
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
123. Yes, this is correct. Okay, guys, so now we are going to look at the photos and match each image with the correct name for the accident or the injury, right? The pictures that we have here at the top, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 pictures. So we are going to check the vocabulary and match it to the correct picture. We have break your arm, and this one too, this picture too. Break your arm, get a bee, sting, cut your finger, get a rash, burn yourself, or faint. Okay? So I'm going to give you just 1 or 2 minutes to check the pictures and match them with the correct phrase for the accident or the injury. Faint. You can do all the others and then the last one. So the picture that you have not matched is the picture for faint. Okay? Do all the others that you know, and if you don't know that one, you can do it at the end. Okay, so let's check the words. So the first picture, the little boy with the skate. What do you think it could be the phrase related to an
Break your
accident?
arm.
Break your
Yes.
arm.
Yes,
Break your
possibly break your arm. Yes. The first picture here, the man on the bus, like dizzy. What do you think?
Get a rush.
Faint.
Faint. Yes. Faint is like desmayarse, right? This is the word, faint. So he's getting like dizzy, and he probably feels bad. So this is faint. Then we have the knife with the pepper. What is the phrase
Cut
for
your
this?
finger.
Your finger.
Cut your finger. Then we have the bees.
Get a
A
bee
bee
sting.
Get a
That
bee
is
A
sting.
bee sting, yes, no
Get
picadura.
rash.
Not exactly. When we talk about bees, so we say sting, una picadura, right? Then we have the fire.
Burn yourself.
Yes,
Well,
this is burn yourself. And finally, the strawberries could be related to a rash. Why a rash?
Intoxicado. O algo así.
A rash is something that you get.
Alérgico.
Yes, rash is when you get your skin is red, when you get an allergy for food. This is to get a rash. It's talking about your skin. It gets red and itchy. Okay.
Es como una erupción, pero por una alergia, ¿sí?
Yes. How do we call this in Spanish? Like.
Sarpullido.
Yes, something like this. Because of an allergy. So you get a rash. Okay, very good. So now, in these cases, I'm going to create some breakout rooms so you can discuss here. You are going to work in pairs and discuss what you should do if you cut your finger, if you burn yourself on a hot pan. Do you know what is a pan? No?
Sartén.
Yes, very good. Thank you, William. Sartén, on a hot pan. When someone faints, so what you should do if someone faints, if someone breaks his or her arm, if a bee stings you, or if you get a rash on your face after eating strawberries, okay? So you're going to choose from these options. These are like treatments for these accidents or injuries. So in your in couples, you are going to decide which two treatments, tratamientos, treatments for each injury or illness. Okay. Faints, Natalia. We said the man is going to faint, right? You are dizzy and you fall to the ground. What is this? When your head is like spinning and you want to fall down. Yeah, this is the word, desmayar. So you're going to decide, okay? I'm going to give you just 5-10 minutes in the groups. For example, if you cut your finger, what you should do? Let's check the options. For example,
Try to stop the bleeding by
very
pressing on
good.
it.
Yes, try to stop the bleeding by pressing on it. Stop the blood, right? The bleeding, el sangrado. Okay, let's read. We are going to read them quickly to see if there are new words so we can clarify the meaning, okay? Put the burn in cold water, right? So we talked about burning. This is put the burning in cold water. Try to stop the bleeding by pressing on it, right? Wait for him or her to come around. You understand this? Wait for the person to come around.
No.
Like when you faint, they have to do this for you to come around. Right?
Volver en sí.
Yes,
Estar con-
exactly. Yes, volver en sí. Phone for an ambulance, right? If possible, don't move the person. Stop eating strawberries, you might be allergic. Don't put a plaster on it. Do you know what a plaster is?
Compresa?
Yes, this is the word. Compresa, or we can also say, this is another name for plaster. Like
Curita.
a band-aid, yes. If it's a deep cut, you should see a doctor. Don't put cream or anything on your skin. Call a doctor, phone a doctor if you feel dizzy. What I was telling you, dizzy. What is the meaning of this word?
Mareado.
Yes, mareado or breathless. So you cannot breathe, you are breathless, all right? Make sure the person is comfortable in a safe place. And if the area is swollen, you know what is swollen? So when an insect stings you or bites you, it's swollen, right? What's the meaning of this, swollen?
Inflamado.
Inflamado. Yes, hinchado. So you can put some ice on it. Okay, so let's take 5 minutes in the breakout rooms. You are going to decide 2 treatments for each accident or injury. Okay? Any questions about the activity?
No, it's clear.
No,
Okay,
teacher.
perfect. Let's go to the breakout rooms. Let me create them quickly. Okay. Who is double device? No one? Or Carlos? Okay, let's check Carlos. Where is it?
Me, I am double.
Okay. We have Carlos and Andres. Okay, Carlos. Andres Felipe, Andres Felipe. Okay, guys, thank you. So remember, it's only 5 to 10 minutes for this, and then we come back. Sorry, Juliet, you are alone.
Yes.
Your partner disconnected, I think.
Yes.
I will put you in a different group, okay? So you can share with them.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Oh, I am going to put Marianne. Let's see. Where is she? She disappeared. Okay. Give me a moment. Okay, Juliet. Oh,
Hello,
Teacher, can
teacher.
you give me some permissions to share my screen?
okay. Yes. Now you can do it. I put Juliet here so you can work with her as well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem. But Juliet, can you share your screen,
Okay.
please?
No le coloque una. Hello, teacher.
So, hello, guys. You can continue.
Okay. I don't know what is the two option in point one. I think is G, but is put a blaster on it. No, don't. I don't know. Don't put cream on a doctor. Make sure. I don't know what is the other option.
For me, no.
No,
For me,
no B. Okay. The second, you burn yourself on a hot pan.
what is the meaning burn?
Como que te quemaste, quemaste
Yes, quemadura.
con un sartén caliente.
Hot
I
pan.
think is
The person or yes, I think is a good option. Don't move the person or his or her arm. So what about the next one? A bee stings you.
For example,
Let me check. I don't know, but I think it's if they are if
don't
the
put
area
a
becomes.
plaster on it.
Sorry.
Don't put a plaster on it. G or no?
No, I'm not.
I don't know
really
because
sure.
I don't
I think,
have information about this situation, but it's possible, ¿no?
but
No ponerle
I
nada o sí
think it's
ponerle, ¿qué
better
será
if
mejor?
the area becomes swollen. Put some ice on it. I don't know.
I don't know.
Let me share another sentence.
In case, make sure she is comfortable and in a safe place.
Yes.
Because he faints, he needs to stay in a good place, no?
That is good idea. Yes.
And
Okay.
phone a doctor if you feel dizzy or breathless.
Dizzy era como sarpullida, ¿no?
Dizzy, ¿no era mareado?
Yes, mareado.
Mareada. Ah, yes. Entonces sí. Es
I can speak about one accident that I saw when I was working. I was working in a factory of pine oil
Sorry.
extraction.
Sorry, did you already finish the first part about like the top part to match the treatments with the injuries? Yes, esa parte 3 A
Number
y B.
3.
Yes, okay. Ya veo que terminaron, ¿sí?
Sí.
Okay, veo que están haciendo la parte 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? Okay, so let me finish. You can continue, but I will finish the rooms so I can explain that for everyone, okay? So they all can do it. Okay? We go back to the main room and then to explain it so we can continue.
Okay. Yes.
Okay. Okay, we're waiting for the rest of the students to come back. Okay, good. We are all back. So guys, we're going to check the answers that you selected for this part 3. Okay, let's correct it together. Let's see. And then I will explain the next part of the speaking. Okay. So for the first situation, you cut yourself. Let's see. For example, Cindy and Maveli, what did you choose? If you cut your finger.
The first, which the P and H.
P and H. So B and H. Try to stop the bleeding. So one B and H. If it's a deep cut, see a doctor. Right? Do you agree, everyone?
Yes, I agree.
Okay.
Yes.
Good. So for the second situation, Andres and Carlos, if you burn yourself on a hot pan.
Yes, teacher.
Teacher, put the
Eh,
burn in cold
A,
water.
Yeah, A, put the burn in cold water. And what else?
don't put cream or anything on your skin.
Okay. I, don't put cream
Yes.
or anything on your skin. Okay, everyone agrees? A and I?
Yes.
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 Teacher.
And what about don't put a plaster on it? Maybe?
Maybe
Or no?
two.
Yes, teacher,
Yes.
maybe.
Yes, we can also say maybe don't put a plaster, right? When you are burnt, it's better to leave the area like open. Okay. 3, let's say Juliana and William. If someone faints, what we should do?
Wait for him, her to come around.
So this is what? C. And
Maybe make sure she is
H.
comfortable and in a safe place.
all right, yes. Or phone a doctor if you feel
Yeah.
dizzy or breathless, right? I
Yeah.
would say better J. So wait for the person to come around and call if the doctor if you feel oh no, sorry, this is not for this. No. 3, we say C and
Okay.
M. K. Make sure he's comfortable. Este, el de llamar al doctor, es más para la alergia. Si te sientes mareado o sin aire, ¿no? La alergia tiene esos síntomas. Number 4, if someone breaks his leg or her leg, let's say Lisette and Yesit, what did you put?
Number 4. If it's possible, don't move the person or his her arm.
Yes, okay.
And make sure
And
she is sorry.
Maybe call the ambulance?
Go ahead, listen.
No?
Number K. Sorry.
Ok. Dicen la K o
Okay.
la D, ¿no?
Make
Llamar
sure
a una
her
ambulancia.
Yes, D.
We say D. If it's broken, it's better to wait for the ambulance, right? Don't move and wait for the ambulance. Number 5, if the bee stings you, what else can we do? Johan and Natalia.
Okay, teacher. Maybe L, if
L,
the area becomes small, put
swollen.
some swollen, put some ice on it.
Good. And the one that I told you, J. Entonces, si la alergia genera mareo o falta de aire, llamar al doctor. ¿Ok? Puede ser de la picadura o la alergia también. ¿Ok?
Okay, también make sure.
And K, yes. Make sure he is comfortable and on a safe place. Right. And for the rush, for the strawberries.
F.
D, F. F, of course,
F.
stop eating strawberries.
And G?
Maybe
On the
G
doctor?
or I. Don't put cream or anything. Si tiene el sarpullido en su cara, no usar nada, ¿no? Creams or anything for your skin. All right, guys, very good. So to finish this part of the vocabulary, I want you to work again in the breakout rooms. And this time you're going to tell your classmate about an accident or an injury that you or a family member, a friend had, ¿ok? Van a hablarle sobre un accidente o herida, ¿sí? Que hayan sufrido ustedes o alguien que conocen, ¿ok? So you remember you can say where it occurred, what happened, and how you felt, cómo se sintieron, dónde ocurrió, qué pasó y cómo se sintieron, ¿ok? So this is to finish the vocabulary part. Any questions about what we need to do? No?
Teacher, you can repeat, please?
Yes, we are going to go back to the breakout rooms to speak with the classmate. You're going to tell the classmate about an accident or injury that happened to you or a friend, family member, okay? Talk about an accident. You can tell them where it occurred, dónde ocurrió, what happened, qué pasó, and how you felt about the accident, cómo te sentiste, ¿ok? Cómo se sintieron en ese momento. All right?
Thank you, teacher.
Okay. So let's go back to the breakout rooms again for 10 minutes to share your stories, and then we continue with the class. Marianne Keiner, which group were you working? ¿Recuerdan el grupo en el que estaban?
En el 2. Room 2.
Keiner. ¿Y Marianne? ¿Recuerdas con quién estabas? Marianne. Marianne. Hello, Marianne.
And when I was a child, I went to grandmother's farm, and um, I helped my grandmother. And teacher, how do you say como cercado?
Near. Acerca, fence, como de la cerca de un lugar, the fence.
Sí. Okay, fence. I helped my grandmother in fence. And I had uh, machete. How do you say machete?
Yes, you can say this, machete.
Okay,
Same word.
machete. I cut my
I I was to reading at cycle when the curve the llanta the ring uh, ring the red ring la llanta trasera ring red resbaló, no sé cómo se dice.
Oh, okay.
Slipped.
Slipped,
Slipped.
slips, lift,
Slipped.
slipped, slip.
Hello, Elkin. What
Hi
happened?
again, teacher. And I was in group number 8
Okay.
with Julie.
Julieta and Jean-Claude.
Some minutes. Then I gone round, I can round, and I walk to my house. Then I went to the doctor, and but the doctor didn't give me any pills. That is all.
Okay, thank you. And you, Mabel?
¿Voy yo?
Yes.
I was working with a friend at the university, and when we started to go down the stairs,
Hello, Jose. Hello.
I think was pass around 1 or 2 minutes, but for me the time is too slow, too slow. And the one moment another, the child can breathe. ¿Cómo se dice vomitar, profe?
Yeah.
Vomito agua.
He threw up.
Vomiting.
He threw up.
He threw up. Okay. He threw water, and well, the child leave.
But basically, you was giving him CPR.
Yes, CPR, CPR.
Oh yeah. That is unbelievable because I am a lifeguard. That situation is the worst situation ever. We never want to be in that situation.
Yes, this is the worst.
Uh-huh.
Okay, Gerson, you next.
Okay. Sorry. My story is in 2018. I went to Pikachu with a friend in bicycle. So we were come back. I didn't see a speed boom, uh, and I flipped around the floor with my bicycle. So in a pause, in a pause, ¿cómo digo? Me esquivó, ¿cómo digo me esquivó, teacher?
Miss.
A bus?
Yes.
Let's check.
A
How
pause.
can we say it? Dodged. Dodged. This is the word. Dodged me.
Okay. Okay. It's been a boss. It was going to me and and don't, but I broke my arm and got a rash my hand and sorry, and all my arm. My friend he didn't see my accident, so he continued to Bucaramanga, and I I was alone. Later, other people in a car called an ambulance,
Yes, ambulance.
ambulance, ambulance, and they help
Helped you.
help
Yes.
me,
Oh,
help them,
terrible
put
accident.
put a injection, and they give me a pill, but I didn't want leave my bicycle in the floor. So they put a band in my arm, and later I continued my route to Bucaramanga. I drive only an a half, and my other arm was put on my body.
Oh my
And
God.
around 3 p.m. I come back to my home. This is my story.
That's terrible. Very tragic story. But was your arm broken?
Yeah.
And was it painful, very painful to drive,
Uh,
Leah, or no?
in the moment, a little,
But
but
later,
later,
a lot.
I
Oh, that's
yeah,
terrible.
so by later
Oh,
is worse.
thank God it wasn't nothing more serious. You could have an accident with the bus. So you had good luck.
Yeah,
Mhm.
unfortunately.
Yes, very bad accident. Okay, thank you guys. I only
Thank you,
heard
teacher.
Harrison's story, but it was very interesting and tragic. Okay. Okay, let's wait for all the rest of the students. Okay, we are waiting for all the other students in the breakout rooms. Let's give them one more minute. But tell me, how did you find your classmates' stories? Were they interesting, very tragic, dangerous? Tell me.
Was all
Interesting.
and interesting, yes.
Yes, interesting.
I heard some stories about a kid like drowning. Yes, I think it was Julian. Um, yes, this is what you said about a kid that was like drowning in a pool. I
Yes,
think
yes.
terrible stories, and I saw someone talking about a machete. Who was this? It was Natalia, I think. Yes. So I think it was very interesting, this activity. Okay, guys, so to continue today, we are going to check the first grammar part of Unit 10, which is past continuous. So for this, we are going to start with a listening exercise. We are going to listen to a conversation between Jason and Rachel, and we are going to listen to what happened to Jason. You are going to organize these injuries in the order you hear them, right? So number 1, 2, 3, and 4, okay? Or 1, 2, and 3, because you do not need to use one of them. Vamos a escuchar y a organizar las heridas, accidentes, en el orden que las escuchemos. Y no tenemos que usar una de ellas, ¿ok? Entonces organizamos 3. Broken arm, bee sting, a cut on his head, and an eye injury. So let's listen. Okay, can you listen well? Yes?
I will.
¿No escuchan?
No, yo no.
No.
No, teacher.
Déjame volverlo a compartir. Creo que es de computadora. Okay.
Recording 2. I'm
Yes, teacher.
Unit 10,
Yes, teacher.
Recording 2. I'm just phoning to say that I'm really sorry, but I can't meet you for lunch today.
Oh, that's a shame. Are you okay? What happened?
Well, it's a long story. Marco and I were walking home from work through the park on Friday afternoon.
Yes?
I was walking along when I felt something sting my hand. I've never been stung by a bee before, and I'm telling you, it really hurt.
Oh dear, but...
Well, it wasn't just the pain. As I was standing there, my hands started to become swollen and red. And then I started to feel a bit dizzy and breathless.
Oh no.
Marco realised that I was allergic to the sting and called an ambulance. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I went to hospital and they gave me something and I was fine.
That's good, but...
Well, I was fine at that point, and then we left the hospital. It was quite late by this time, so we decided to get the bus home.
Okay, good idea.
Yes, but while we were waiting at the bus stop, something flew into my eye. A piece of dirt or something. Well, it was really painful, and I couldn't see anything, and my eye became swollen. And as we were still outside the hospital, we went back in.
That was lucky.
Yes, except, well, the nurses sorted my eye out, and after about an hour we left. Again. Of course, it was really late, and I was tired, and on the way out, I fell over on the pavement outside the hospital and, well, ended up in hospital again.
With?
With a broken arm.
What? You broke your arm? That's terrible. I can't believe it.
Okay, did you get the answers or do we need to listen again?
Listen again, please.
Okay, give me a moment. I will play it again, just a minute. Give me a minute, guys. Give me a moment. Okay, let's play it one more time.
Unit 10, Recording 2. I'm just phoning to say that I'm really sorry, but I can't meet you for lunch today.
Oh, that's a shame. Are you okay? What happened?
Well, it's a long story. Marco and I were walking home from work through the park on Friday afternoon.
Yes?
I was walking along when I felt something sting my hand. I've never been stung by a bee before, and I'm telling you, it really hurt.
Oh dear, but...
Well, it wasn't just the pain. As I was standing there, my hands started to become swollen and red. And then I started to feel a bit dizzy and breathless.
Oh no.
Marco realised that I was allergic to the sting and called an ambulance. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I went to hospital and they gave me something and I was fine.
That's good, but...
Well, I was fine at that point, and then we left the hospital. it was quite late by this time, so we decided to get the bus home.
Okay, good idea.
Yes, but while we were waiting at the bus stop, something flew into my eye. A piece of dirt or something. Well, it was really painful, and I couldn't see anything, and my eye became swollen. And as we were still outside the hospital, we went back in.
That was lucky.
Yes, except, well, the nurses sorted my eye out, and after about an hour, we left. Again. Of course, it was really late, and I was tired, and on the way out, I fell over on the pavement outside the hospital and, well, ended up in hospital again.
With?
With a broken arm.
What? You broke your arm? That's terrible. I can't believe it.
All right. Give me a second, guys. Okay, good. So let's check. What was injury number 1?
A bee
A bee
sting.
A bee sting. Number 1 was a bee sting. Number 2, what was the second injury?
An eye injury.
An eye injury.
An eye injury. An eye injury. And number 3?
A broken arm.
A broken arm. Yes, he broke his arm. Okay, good. Excellent. So here in this part, we are going to listen one more time to answer the questions. In this, it's important to pay attention because here we have examples of the use of past continuous that I will explain after we listen, okay? So we have the first question. Where was Jason when the bee stung him? ¿Dónde estaba cuando la abeja lo picó? What did Marco do after the bee stung Jason and why? Okay, so Marco. 3. Where was Jason when something flew into his eye? ¿Dónde estaba cuando algo voló a su ojo? What did he do then? ¿Qué hizo entonces después de eso? And how did he break his arm? ¿Cómo partió su brazo? Okay, let's listen one more time and take some notes to answer the questions.
Unit 10, Recording 2. I'm just phoning to say that I'm really sorry, but I can't meet you for lunch today.
Oh, that's a shame. Are you okay? What happened?
Well, it's a long story. Marco and I were walking home from work through the park on Friday afternoon.
Yes?
I was walking along when I felt something sting my hand. I've never been stung by a bee before, and I'm telling you, it really hurt.
Oh dear, but...
Well, it wasn't just the pain. As I was standing there, my hand started to become swollen and red. And then I started to feel a bit dizzy and breathless.
Oh no.
Marco realised that I was allergic to the sting and called an ambulance. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I went to hospital and they gave me something and I was fine.
That's good, but...
Well, I was fine at that point, and then we left the hospital. It was quite late by this time, so we decided to get the bus home.
Okay, good idea.
Yes, but while we were waiting at the bus stop, something flew into my eye. A piece of dirt or something. Well, it was really painful, and I couldn't see anything, and my eye became swollen. And as we were still outside the hospital, we went back in.
That was lucky.
Yes, except, well, The nurses sorted my eye out, and after about an hour we left. Again. Of course, it was really late, and I was tired, and on the way out, I fell over on the pavement outside the hospital and, well, ended up in hospital again.
With
With a broken arm.
what? You broke your arm? That's terrible. I can't believe it.
All right, let's check if you got the answer. So, number one, where was Jason when the bee stung him?
Working in the park.
We're walking in the park.
Walking, good. Walking
I
in the
was
park.
walking in the park.
Walking in the park. What did Marco do after the bee stung Jason?
Call the ambulance.
Yes, call an ambulance. 3, where was Jason when something flew into his eye?
In way to the bus
The
station.
bus stop.
In the bus stop. He was in the bus stop. What did he do then after something flew into his eye?
Back to the hospital.
He went back
He
to
went
the hospital.
back into hospital. Good. And the last one, how did he break his arm?
He doesn't say.
He fell over. I'm going to write it. Fell over in the pavement. Pavement is the word for acera or andén, right? In British English, they say pavement. In American English, they say sidewalk. Okay? This is the word pavement. Acera or sidewalk. So he fell over and he broke his arm. Okay? Very good. So in this audio, in this exercise, we have some examples of the use of past continuous. So let's check quickly, how do we use past continuous and when do we use past continuous, right? So the structure is very simple. We have I, he, she, it was traveling. So remember, the present continuous is am, is, or are. For the past, we use was or were, no? I was traveling, he was traveling, she was traveling. Or for you, we or they, we use were. You were traveling, ¿ok? Entonces, esta es la forma, pues, del pasado continuo o pasado progresivo, ¿ok? Solo usamos was o were más el verbo con ing. Right? Is it clear? This first part? Okay.
Yes.
So for the negative, subject, verb plus ing. For the negative, we use subject plus was or were plus not, so was, wasn't, or weren't plus ing. Okay, this is the basic structure. Wasn't. And for the questions, we have the auxiliary verb was or were at the beginning, then we have subject, then we have the verb, and the question mark, this is el símbolo de pregunta, ¿no? Was he traveling? Yes, he was. Was she traveling? No, she wasn't. Okay? So this is the basic structure, or where. Were you traveling? Yes, I was. Were we traveling? Yes, we were. Were they traveling? No, they weren't. So this is the basic structure. It's not difficult, but we're going to check the uses. So when do we use past continuous? This is a little more tricky. Esto es lo que se nos puede dificultar un poco, ¿no? Es un poquito más complejo. Es cuando usamos esta estructura del pasado continuo. ¿Ok? So let's pay attention. We use it to talk about actions in progress at a certain time in the past, right? Una acción en progreso, entonces indica la duración de la acción, que fue algo largo. Entonces, acción en progreso en un punto dado del pasado. I was driving home at 6:30 this evening, ¿ok? Entonces, el estar conduciendo indica un periodo de tiempo pues prolongado. Entonces, eso ocurrió en el pasado y se prolongó. Entonces, I was driving home at 6:30 in this evening, ¿ok? Ese es el primer uso. Segundo uso del pasado continuo. When another completed action happened. Entonces, ocurrió otra acción en medio de esa que estaba ocurriendo primero. I was driving home when I saw a friend of mine. Entonces, vemos la gráfica. Estaba conduciendo cuando vi a mi amigo. Entonces, en estos casos usamos siempre combinado. El pasado continuo estaba haciendo algo cuando, y este sería en pasado simple, cuando vi a mi amigo, ¿ok? I was driving home when I saw a friend. What else or when else do we use the past continuous? Pay attention. We use it to describe the background situation in a story. Entonces, es muy usado en una historia, ¿no? De forma escrita. En un libro podemos ver, o en una historia, the sun was shining and everyone was getting ready for the party that afternoon. Then my phone rang. Entonces, el contexto era, el sol estaba brillando y todos se estaban alistando para la fiesta. Luego, mi teléfono sonó. Entonces, la acción principal es la del pasado simple. Y ahí usamos el pasado continuo como para dar ese contexto, el background de la historia. Yes, Gerson?
Teacher, what meaning background in this context and what meaning in
Background.
an interview?
In an interview. So, in this context, background situation, le doy la situación como de contexto. Sí, como el pasado. Back es atrás, entonces doy el contexto de la historia. Yo digo, I was sitting in my chair when my boyfriend rang the door. ¿Ok? Entonces, el background, ese contexto es que yo estaba sentada en la silla, ¿no? Estaba sentándome en la silla. Ese es el background. Cuando hablamos de una entrevista, el background es tu experiencia laboral, ¿no? What is your background? Your experience or your studies. Entonces tú, ¿cómo diríamos en español?
Cuéntame tu experiencia laboral.
Yes, experience, but it's not only experience. You can also talk about your studies, right? So my background is I went to university, blah, 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 and I worked in this company for a year, etc., right? This is your background, like your story, okay?
Thank you.
Okay. All right, so when we are talking about an action that interrupted another action in progress. Entonces, cuando hablamos de que una acción interrumpe a otra que está en proceso, ahí usamos pasado continuo y el pasado simple. El ejemplo, I was crossing the road, estaba cruzando la calle, when I slipped on some ice. Entonces, ¿qué interrumpió que yo cruzara la calle? Que resbalé en hielo. ¿Ok? Esa es como la interrupción. I was crossing when I slept in some ice. Yes?
I'm sorry, teacher. I just prove my microphone
Microphone?
because I have.
Yes? I can hear you?
Yeah,
Okay. No problem with that.
fix it.
Okay, thank you. Excellent. But pay attention that when we have two actions happening one after the other, si ocurren una después de la otra, ¿sí? Como al tiempo, en ambas usaríamos pasado simple, no el continuo. When I heard the crash, I ran to the end of the street. Son dos cosas que ocurrieron casi de manera simultánea, una después de la otra. Cuando escuché el choque, corrí al final de la calle. ¿Ok? En este caso son ambas simples. Y el último es cuando te podemos usar when o while y as para unir el pasado continuo con el pasado simple. I saw Carl when o while o as, cualquiera de las tres. I saw Carl when I was waiting at the bus stop. Entonces, vi a Carl cuando estaba esperando el bus, o vi a Carl mientras, ese while es mientras estaba esperando el bus. Y este as sería similar al when. Vi a Carl cuando o mientras esperaba el bus, ¿ok? When, while, or as. Okay? So, we can practice the past continuous with the exercise that we have on the book, just to finish today. Here, let's take a look at exercise 1, practice 1. And you're going to complete this story using past simple or past continuous. It's important that you pay attention which action interrupts the other, ¿ok? Como no tenemos acá, los dos verbos están en forma básica, es importante que leamos y entendamos el contexto de cuál acción estaba en progreso, es decir, pasado continuo, y cuál es la que la interrumpe, ¿no? O esa acción que es más corta, como el ejemplo que tenemos acá. I was walking along when I felt something sting in my hand. El ejemplo del audio, ¿no? Mientras yo caminaba, yo estaba caminando cuando sentí algo que me picó en la mano, ¿ok? Ese sentí es la acción que interrumpió a la principal, ¿ok? So we're going to do the same here. Going to give you some minutes to check, and then we will correct it together to make sure that we all understand how to use the past continuous, okay? So I'm going to give you some minutes. Okay, please let me know when you are ready to check, okay? The exercise 1, practice 1.
The first?
Yes.
I
Okay.
was driving.
Yes, so let's start checking together. As
Okay,
I,
sorry.
no problem. As
Was
I
leaving?
Was
was
driving.
driving, yes. So the first one is was driving. Was driving to the friend's house last week. I
Here?
heard, yes, I heard a fly buzzing around my car. It was really annoying me, so I decided to try and kill it. I
Was trying?
Was
Yes,
trying.
I was trying to catch it when I took my eyes off the road and hit a tree. My car was wrecked, but I think the fly escaped. Escaped without any injuries. Okay, let's check the second one. While I
Was driving.
was driving home a couple of weeks ago, a man nearly stepped into the road in front of my car. Luckily, he didn't, and we avoided an accident. The following week, on my way home, I saw the man again. As I was waving, what is waving? This, wave. As I was waving at him, I lost control of my car and crashed into the traffic lights. All right, excellent. So now you understand a little bit better the use of past continuous when we are giving telling a story, right? Or talking about events that happened in the past, okay? So tomorrow I want you to complete this exercise 2 for our class tomorrow. And at the beginning of the session, we will check your answers. You're going to complete these sentences using past continuous, making them true for you, okay, for your life. So I once had an accident when I was riding my bicycle, for example, okay? So you have the beginning of the sentence and you need to complete it with a past continuous sentence, okay? So is it clear what we need to do for tomorrow?
Yes, teacher. Clear.
Yes, listen, you don't need to send them to me, just do them in your notebooks and at the beginning of the class, just be ready to answer if I ask you, okay? So you can give me your examples. Okay, not necessary for you to send them. Yes. No es necesario que me los envíen, simplemente tenerlos para el inicio de la clase mañana. Okay?
Okay, teacher.
Okay, guys. Excellent. Thank you for participating. I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye, teacher.
Bye.